at the 1989 second annual spring training baseball camp sponsored by the Community Education Program. We're here at Port Huron Little League Park. We've got over 100 kids involved, ages 8 to 15. The camp is mainly instructed by some of the former Detroit Tigers, Milt Wilcox, Ike Blessett, and Mark Wagner, also Gates Brown, and we're going to get a chance to talk to some of those instructors later and see some of the action and the things they're going to try to accomplish with the players. We've also got some guest instructors like Paul Anglin and Larry Hayes and Tom Wilkins, local baseball players, has some college background and some coaching experience that are helping us out. So far, the camp is going really well. The kids are busy and involved in 4 different fields here at the Little League Complex, and we're looking forward to having a great time. The instructional part of the camp was divided into 4 segments: pitching and throwing, infield play, outfield play, and hitting. Each segment was led by the Detroit Tiger players, assisted by local players and coaches. The first segment was pitching and throwing, which was led by Milt Wilcox, a former Major League pitcher with such clubs as the Cincinnati Reds, Cleveland Indians, and the Detroit Tigers. Milt explains some of the basic fundamentals that helped him win 101 Major League games and play a major part in the 1984 World Championship season.
What I'm trying to do in my segment is teach the kids the basic fundamentals of how to hold a baseball and how to throw it. One of the big things on pitching, of course, is throwing the ball straight, and we try to teach the kids how to hold the ball the right way. There's a right way and a wrong way, and the right way we try to teach them to throw the ball is to throw it straight. And to do that, we want all the seams of the baseball running in the same direction when the child releases it, or an older person. And what we try to do is we try to tell them to hold the balls across the seams with their thumb underneath it, so they have the ball exactly in the middle. And when they release it, they get good backspin on the ball, and they'll be able to throw the ball straight into the wind. And of course, that's one of the big faults of a Little League pitcher, is throwing a lot of balls, and his teammates will be out in the field and they get bored, and it doesn't make it a very interesting game. So we try to teach the kids how to throw the ball straight and how to hold it, how to step, throw, and follow through. One of the other things that we try to do is that we try to make the kids realize that after they throw a baseball, they're not a pitcher anymore, they're a fielder. And so when they throw a baseball and they follow through, we try to get them in position to field a ground ball up the middle or a bunt. And of course, when they field a ground ball up the middle, after they catch the ball with both hands, pick it up with both hands, rather than one hand, but both hands, they take what we call a little crow hop, and that's just a little hop before they throw the ball. That's to get their feet and arms in position to throw the ball correctly to first base, to give them a nice solid throw, not a half-heartedly throw that's going to bounce or go over the guy's head, but a nice throw and aim it at their chest. And that's one of the things that we try to do. We try to get them to turn the right way. On a left-hander will have to turn to his right, throw the ball to the first baseman. A right-hander will be in position where he just takes a little crow hop and throws it directly to the first baseman.
Another field at the Port Huron Little League Complex featured Mark Wagner, a former Detroit Tiger and Texas Ranger infielder, working with the youngsters on the proper fundamentals of infield play. Assisted by Tom Wilkins, a former Port Huron High School and St. Clair County Community College second baseman, Mark reviews some of the techniques that he stressed in his group.
Well, basically, we're just trying to get them to be thinking more and being aware of a few things that is going to help them as they get older. We're trying to teach them to get both of their hands up, trying to catch the ball with 2 hands so that they can get a quicker release. And we're trying to get them to concentrate more. Concentrate on picking the ball up when it's hit or when it's thrown, and trying to follow it all the way to the glove.
Watch that ball all the way.
We're trying to tell them to get to the base, second base, as fast as they can, and then at the same time get their body under control so that they can be able to handle a bad throw if there is one. And we're just mostly working with force outs, and that can turn right into a double play when that happens too.
Outfield play was also covered as an instructional segment of the spring training camp. Assisted by player coaches Larry Hayes and Ed McCoy Jr., this segment was led by Ike Blessett, a former outfielder for the Detroit Tigers and a professional baseball player at various levels for 22 years. The outfield instructions stressed proper positioning when fielding fly balls, ground balls, and the importance of learning to make strong, accurate throws to the proper bases. The final component, hitting, was covered on a team basis by two of the former Tigers, Ike Blessett and Gates Brown, a veteran Detroit Tiger pinch hitter on the 1968 World Championship team and a hitting instructor for the 1984 World Champions. Gates, always a favorite with both the youngsters and the parents, talks about his theories for teaching hitting to this age group.
Well, basically at this camp, the Milt Wilcox Clinic, we try to teach the younger kids to develop a nice level swing, learn the strike zone, and the basic things about hitting. Most other young kids like to swing up on the ball, so you really have to stay on them to try to take a nice level cut, keep their head on the ball. A lot of them like to swing with their head, pulling the heads off. So I think if you can start them at this age to learn the basic fundamental of hitting, as they grow older, you know, they will pick up a lot more things that they should know about the game and carry on from there. But a lot of them have some good qualities, and you just have to stay on kids to keep them to do what you want them to do.
Ike Blessett also worked with the hitting fundamentals, assisted by former Port Huron Northern High School player and coach Paul Anglin. Ike adds some of his hitting theories.
Well, I'm teaching the kids how to do it in a batting stance, how they hold their hands, how to get comfortable with their feet, and keep your eye on the ball. The main thing is to hit strikes, and that's what I'm trying to teach the kids today. They're doing very well. It's just, you know, a little cold out here. That's what they fear of, hitting the ball because it's cold, because they have the subject holding the bat too loose. They're supposed to hold it firm, but when it's cold out here, they pick up bad habits. That's why they're not swinging that good right now, but they can. And later on down the road, when it get warmer, they'll swing the bat a little bit better. But what I like about camps like this is because the kids get a unity. You know, they come out here and they learn how to get control. They learn the aspect of baseball, the fundamental, because baseball the games is won on fundamental. Not the routine plays is the one that is important. The hard plays is a plus for you. So camps like this help the young kids learn baseball as they get bigger, as they get older.
The second annual spring training baseball camp was a tremendous success, not only in numbers, but in the various positive impacts it had on the participants and spectators.
One thing I've learned from the pitching part is to move your wrists so you won't hurt it when you pitch, and you won't hurt your arms and everything. And in the fielding, I learned that you always take crow hops when you throw, and over at the pitching to throw to first base so you don't hurt yourself. So crow hops are very important. I think it's a great idea. You get to get ideas from professionals, and they can really help you.
Well, I've learned how to bat better and more on fielding and bases, in that you really shouldn't to get the guy, pick him off, you shouldn't really just throw it hard. You should just toss it to the guy on second base.
Well, I think it's great. It's the role model as far as the former players go here. It's just a good experience for the kids. It's probably more exciting for the fathers than it is for the kids, because we can relate better to these guys here. But it's great. It's great for the kids to come out and meet the other kids, do something very positive.
I think this camp is one of the greatest things that come to this area in a long time, and that this whole program of the major leagues coming out and helping kids is super.
The participants in the spring training baseball camp received 2 full days of professional baseball instruction, a Detroit Tiger hat, a souvenir baseball, which was quickly filled with autographs, and most importantly, a renewed enthusiasm for the game of baseball to start their 1989 minor league, little league, or Babe Ruth League seasons. With the invaluable help of 4 local businesses, this camp was made possible.
I really think it's important to get involved with things like this with the kids, and I do think that something like this is going to be something they're going to remember for their entire life. I think if I was a kid, I wish I had the opportunity to have met some of the Tigers like Gates Brown and Milt Wilcox, and I just know that it's going to mean a lot, and you never know. One of these kids just might grow up to be a Tiger themselves, so I feel it's real important for really the whole community to stand behind the kids today, because of course they're going to be the young people today are going to be the ones that are going to be running our city in years to come.
Well, we just enjoyed to come out for a day like today and have the kids have a fun time. They meet the Tigers. It's I think a fun day for them, an exciting day, something they look forward to. This is our second year of sponsoring the camp, and we find that the community that we're in, it's a great thing for the kids, and they certainly do enjoy it.
Well, it helps the kids out, and we like helping kids in the area to get them motivated in sports and that.
Well, we're very happy to sponsor the camp for the second year here, and for the enjoyment of the children to come out and play ball and get themselves going. It's really a great time for the kids to come out and meet greats like Gates Brown and Milt Wilcox, who played for the Detroit Tigers, and we're very happy to be here.
Led by these 4 businesses and the efforts of many other local merchants and volunteer workers, our youngsters were able to take advantage of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I want to talk to a couple of girls that are involved. This is Stephanie and Nicole. Stephanie, why don't you tell us, is there any special thing you've learned today that you didn't know before you came?
Learn how to throw a baseball better.
Okay, who was the one that taught you how to throw the ball better? Was that Milt Wilcox in the throwing part?
Yeah.
Okay. Nicole, is there anything? What was something you did this morning that you thought was pretty neat?
Caught the ground balls.
Yeah, when you were in infield, you caught some ground balls. Are you guys having fun?
Yeah.
Ready to come back next week?
Yep. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. With the help of the professional players, local players and coaches, various financial backers, and the tireless efforts of many parents and other volunteers, maybe, just maybe, one of these players will become the next Milt Wilcox, Gates Brown, Mark Wagner, or Ike Blessed.
Who's the best Tiger?
I was. You've just got to love the game.